What's up, guys? Renasant here. Welcome back to the channel. We have Witch Beatrice with us. We are wearing full giant armor, rocking the giant's halberd, and using the black iron great shield. Think we're a freaking powerhouse. Look at this. Ugh. Our defense and poise is probably off the charts. Yeah, our poise is 91. It's pretty good. We're using the not Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. About made an oopsie there. So for this next boss, we actually want to wear the Covenant of Artorias. It's where, like Artorias himself, can traverse the abyss. We definitely want to wear that. One thing to note, we are fat rolling. That's okay. This fight, this boss fight coming up, is purely about being able to do a lot of damage quickly and being able to tank a lot of damage. Witch Beatrice doesn't really help. Also, this ghost is always up here for whatever reason. Apparently I can't hit it. Witch Beatrice cannot hit it. Alright, well, we're not going to worry about it. Hopefully she'll just follow us. But it's not looking likely. Beatrice, come on. Ah, whatever. We do need her to come down here, though. Oh. I think she just fell. Beatrice? Are you alright? Yeah, she's down here chilling. Hello, Beatrice. Alright, where's our boss? There's one of them. Gotcha. So the four kings, they just randomly spawn every minute or so. They have individual health bars, but they also have a total health bar. You just need to get that total health bar down to 0. You don't have to worry about getting individual ones down. You can see they're not hard to kill as long as you're doing a lot of damage, which is why, in fact, we put Power Within on. We are taking a decent amount of damage from Power Within, but honestly, our output is so much stronger. And we honestly killed him too fast. Because now we're just sitting around waiting. Come on. Oh no, Beatrice. Beatrice is getting life drained right now, unfortunately. Alright, that's 3. One more and we should be good to go. Our Power Within's worn off, but that's okay. Hello, friend. Tank it. One thing to note about these four kings, and I've never really understood this, but the farther away you are from their attack, the more damage it will actually do to you. So you want to try to hug them as close as you can. But that's going to be all for them. Goodbye, friends. Thanks, Beatrice. We got a bequeathed Lord Soul Shard and 4 humanity. Soul of one of the 4 kings who fell to Dark. A fragment of a Lord Soul discovered at the dawn of the Age of Fire. Lord Gwyn recognized the foresight of these 4 great leaders of New Londo and granted them their ranks and the fragments of a great soul. Although this is not a full Lord Soul, it can still satiate the Lord Vessel. Awesome sauce. Now, I've spoken in the past about Darkstalker Cath instead of not speaking to Kingseeker Frampt. If you don't speak to Kingseeker Frampt and want to do a different ending to the game, at this point in the game, Darkstalker Cath will appear like right here, right in front of this bonfire. Of course, we have already talked to Frampt, so he's not going to show up for us, sadly. Now, we do have about 200-something odd thousand souls, so I actually want to chat with someone over here. And that would be Logan, who we freed from Sin's Fortress.
There you are. I was expecting you. As promised, I will share my sorcery.
Did you see them? The 3 young clerics headed for the catacombs to seek kindling. Kindling is the art of feeding bonfires. The poor young girl sent down into a tomb. What a terrible mission she is burdened with.
Indeed.
Oh, hello again. I was waiting to tell you. Master Logan has returned, and he tells me that he has you to thank. Well, we are both in your debt now. Thank you, sincerely. He's just over there. Go along and have a chat. Oh, hello. I appreciate that. Will certainly do you more good.
Alright, so he wants us to talk to Logan. We're going to do that. We're just going to buy all of these first.
Have you spoken to Master Logan? He is an accomplished scholar. The arts of sorcery would never have come this far without his contributions. And he has the nerve to go risking life and limb. What a stubborn old fellow. All right. That should... May we...
Alright, Logan.
Hello there. You really are very diligent. I quite understand. Study is invigorating.
So the only reason he's really even selling us anything is because our intelligence. Because our intelligence is high enough. So we're going to buy everything up from him. Great heavy soul arrow. Sorcery which improves upon heavy soul arrow. Soul spear. Here we go. Sorcery developed by Big Hat Logan. It's a fire-piercing soul spear. A symbol of Logan's strength, the soul spear is referenced repeatedly in the legends and is said to be on par with Gwyn's lightning. 40,000 souls. Oof. So we technically have one of everything from him now. We can buy all of them up just to be safe.
Heading out, are you? I too will leave soon. Undead or no, I shan't stay here forever. You have great potential. Don't go and die over nothing. Hello there. Glad to see you alive.
Alright, so that's it for Logan.
Oh, hello. I appreciate the attention, but that...
Ah,
What's that?
so that'll do these guys for right now. And they're actually, it looks like their dialogue is actually bugged because these guys are all still chilling here. No matter. Our next area that we are going to check out is going to be the Darkroot Basin. There's not just a whole lot going on there. It's not an overly large area, but there are a couple things that we want to handle while we're down here. Rocking our giant gear here. And we also have the very large ember to give to Andre here.
Well, I'll be. That's a brilliant ember you've got there. For all my years in the trade, that might be the finest. How's about you leave that ember with me? I'm just an old smith. I'd give my left arm for a gem like that.
Take it, brother.
Well, thank you mightily for that. Now, just leave the rest to me. Andre of Astora gets the job done. You shall see.
So we can now send our weapons into
I'll be seeing
an
you.
enhanced status there. But for now, we're going to the Darkroot Basin. So, some of the things you may wonder about the Darkroot Basin. We are indeed going to fight the Hydra finally. I know we've seen him for a couple episodes now, or it's been a couple episodes. He is not actually a boss, okay? He's actually just a mini-boss of this area. Oh. But he is kind of tricky, especially for newer players. And it's not so much that he himself is a tricky boss, it's the spacing that you have to fight him in. So this is Darkroot Basin here. Basically, it's just traversing down these pathways. Also, we can take that off finally. I'm gonna keep this on just because. There we go, there's the trigger. Alright, so we see a crystal lizard up here. Let's see if we can get it before it runs. Too slow. That's okay though. We know a secret. Nothing that a good old quit restart won't solve, except for the fact that we still missed. 2 twinkling, 2 titanite chunks. Thank you, good sir. Oh, thank you. Oops. Didn't mean to fall right there. I actually want to come over here and fall here. For the leather set and the longbow. So this is actually starting items for one of the classes. I forget which. Very common type of protective armor. Thanks. Continuing down here. So that is actually the way deeper into the basin, but we're going to go this way just so I can show you guys something. So you remember in the previous episode I showed you the kind of the quicker bonfire to the 4 kings? This is actually where it comes out at. However, standing in our way is a black knight wielding a black knight halberd here. Hopefully he'll drop. Just blue titanite chunk. He can drop the halberd for us, but grass crest shield, strangely enough, is not next to the other crest shields. Old medium metal shield of unknown origin. The grass crest shield is slightly imbued with magic, which slightly speeds stamina recovery. So yes, if you're speed running, that shield is perfect for you because you can regen stamina faster. But yep, right there you go. That's where this bonfire comes out at. Just for future reference. I'm not even going to rest there because I'm just that ballsy, apparently. To the Hydra men. Low key though, I hate fighting this Hydra. Again, it's just the area that you have to fight him in is just really annoying, and you'll see what I mean here in just a second. We also have some crystal golems guarding this area. He's clumsier than I am. Of note, the tower where we fought Havel is actually right here. This is Havel's tower up here. I'll show you that. Of course, we killed him way earlier in the game. But that's where it comes out at. It's right there. Man, this black iron shield upgraded just trivializes these attacks. The stability is just so good on it. Oh, you would have a faster attack than I would. Now, one thing to note, these crystal golems can actually drop blue titanite chunks for you. Not common, but they can do it. There's our Hydra friend. Now he spits out this water at you. The splash damage on this water is actually unfair. I mean, it can actually, if you don't have good armor, it can actually kill you, like instantly. And you can see how annoying it can be. And you see how much it literally just killed this crystal golem in one hit. But the best thing to do with the Hydra is to just get as close to it as possible so he won't use his water attack there. God, you see that though. The problem with this is if you get too deep into this water, then you will actually just fall off. So you don't want to get too deep out there. Right, you want to stay kind of about right here and pray that he doesn't keep using that attack. Come on. You see what I mean by this is just an annoying fight? And there's the edge right there, by the way. Almost dead here. Come on. Come on. That's all she wrote. You see we got a dragon scale and the dust crown ring. Where is that dust crown ring? This magic crown-shaped ring was granted to Princess Dusk of Ulasil upon her birth. You can cast additional magic, but at the cost of 1/2 of HP. So we'll learn a little bit more about Ulasil and Dusk here in a second. Again, you don't want to go too far through there, you'll just die. So we actually want to come through here. Now the reason we equipped the rusted iron ring is because you'll actually walk like super slow. that goes back into Darkroot Garden there. We've been on that ladder. Excuse me, had to sneeze. But yeah, you'll actually walk slow through here if you don't have the rusted iron ring on. So you just want to hug the edges here, just barely. When we come over here, you'll notice there's nothing really going on here. So what you want to actually do is save quit the game and go back into it, and you'll see why. You can also homeward bone and come back here if you'd like, but this is just quicker. Hello. So we don't have a crystal golem, we have a golden golem. Oh, hello. Who the heck are you, huh?
So, 'tis thou who rescueth me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulasil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulasil, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
Yeah, for sure.
My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. Thou art in need. Pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
Alright, so she's out. So now we just want to run all the way back here. It's probably be a lot easier if I took all my armor off, but then I wouldn't be this badass giant. So we're not going to do that. So Dusk of Ulasil, from an ancient land, she says. So there's a lot of interesting implications with Dusk. A lot of interesting timeline implications, to be exact. And we'll go through that more later. But effectively, she's not from this time period. She's from a different time period. And she is basically being time traveling. We'll learn more about why she was trapped in the golem later, but for now, let's just talk to her. She puts her summon sign here, by the way. And it doesn't actually summon her to fight. It just summons her to talk, basically, and sell us sorceries, as she said she would do.
I am Dusk of Ulasil. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thy wishes.
So hidden bodies, an ancient sorcery of the lost land of Ulasil, turns the body nearly invisible. Although perfect invisibility is unachievable due to the risk of dissipation, the caster need only stand still for a moment to blend into environments with astounding camouflage. Gimme. Cast lights. Ancient sorcery of Ulasil casts a bright light upon surroundings. This light-producing sorcery is elementary, but nonetheless demonstrates the achievements and mysticism of Ulasil. Such magic has not been developed even in Vinheim. Repair, part of everyday life in Ulasil. It's very similar to repair powder. See, you can notice here that a lot of these sorceries are they're not aggressive or even defensive in nature so much as utility. They're very utility-oriented spells. Chameleon, it's a separate type of stealth skill. It basically masks you with your surroundings. Hidden weapon, I'll never understand this. It just turns your weapon invisible. I'll never get that. And then the Ulasil Ivory Catalyst is formed by enchanted white bark branches. Boosts sorcery adjustment, but the sorceries of this lost land are gentle and not affected by intelligence.
For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken, banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth.
So, she was kidnapped, is what she just said. She was taken from her home and put in the crystal golem, or trapped in the crystal golem. Interestingly enough, though, she spoke of time as though she's been in there for a long time, and indeed she has. She's been trapped in there for a long time, and even more so, she's actually back in her time period. This right here, the reason we have to summon her is because we're summoning her from a different time period.
The sorceries of Ulasil differ from the magic of thine age. It is difficult to explain. Ulasil's sorceries are, what doth one say? They're somewhat of an approximation. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself. Does thou not find some fascination in these discrepancies?
So she just kind of verified there for us that Ulasil sorceries are not the same as normal sorceries. They're not meant to hurt or harm. They're different. They do different things.
The sorceries, it is Ulasil's sorcery. Thine is
Alright, so that's all for Ulasil. Oh yeah. That's all for Dusk for right now. And that's actually all for Darkroot Garden for right now. There is, however, something very interesting that I want to do. So I told y'all I leveled my faith up to 30, and you're about to see why. So you remember the last time we encountered Solaire was at Anor Londo. He helped us crush Ornstein and Smo. So cool, the fire drake in the background. Well, here he is again. Hey, Solaire.
Oh, hello there. I'm glad to see you alive. You have done well. Indeed you have. You've a strong arm, strong faith, and most importantly, a strong heart. I am in awe, really. Yes. What do you think? Why not join me as a warrior of the sun? Righteous knights, guardians of all that is good, in the name of the Lord of Sunlight. Only if it would please you, of course. Well,
Me? A warrior of sunlight? With you, Solaire? I mean...
oh, magnificent. I knew you would fancy it. Then join the Covenant. Here, stay still for a moment. And there we are. Now, just say a prayer at the altar of sunlight, right there. Then you shall know the brilliance of our sun.
So, Solaire just gave us Lightning Spear. It's a miracle passed down to those bound by the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant. Hurls a Lightning Spear. Lightning Spears inflict rare lightning damage and are very effective against magic, fire, and most of all, dragons. I actually wonder how many sunlight metals do we have? Probably not 10 if I had to guess. 7
Oh, hello there. Still here? I could not hope for a braver companion than you.
as my spear is literally through your torso.
Oh,
Alright. Best gesture in the game incoming. Praise the sun. Hell yeah. It's not quite as nice as I'd like it to be, right? Let's try this. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm sorry, guys. I just love doing that. Such a great gesture. And now let's also see if we can't maybe slay us a drake. Trying to go ahead and kill all the whelp here before she lands. We're actually going to put on the flame stone plate ring here and save quit out of here if we can. There she is. Starting to worry about her. Alright. So, the way to get her off of there is to just poke her with an arrow. Luckily, we have arrows. Oh, well. She came off anyway. You see, she's not really doing that much damage to us. Don't run. This is going swimmingly, in case you can't tell. Thanks for the Drake sword, baby. Oh, 10,000 souls, and she is dead. And we got her tail. Where are you? This sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, is formed by a drake's tail. Drakes are seen as undeveloped initiators of the dragons, or imitators of the dragons, but in they are likely their distant kin. The sword is imbued with a mystical power to be released when held with both hands. So, interestingly enough, you can actually get this Drake sword at the very beginning of the game when you're in this Undead Burg area. All you have to do is the drake will be perched up right there, and its tail will be hanging off right here. All you gotta do is just get you a bow and sit right here and shoot at it. About 30 or 40 arrows, maybe, as long as you can wield the bow effectively, and you will have the drake sword. And it is an extremely strong weapon in the early game. The problem is it doesn't scale. So let me show you. You can see it has a flat 200 attack. So, I mean, it's not even upgraded at all, and it's basically the same strength as a plus 10 claymore. However, you see there's no scaling, so it's just a straight 200 attack, and that's it. Plus 10 claymore, however, gets plus 180 from scaling, so it's actually almost twice as strong as the drake sword, even though the base damage is effectively the same. So that's why it's very good for low level characters, so early game characters. But after that, it kind of falls off. So, anyways, guys, that's probably gonna do it for this episode. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. It'll probably be the catacombs, I would imagine, but don't quote me on that. But we'll find out in the next episode anyway, guys. So, as always, if you enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and hit that subscribe button for me. And we will see you next time, guys. Bye.